everybody, Kimberly here, and I cannot wait to tell you about Forest Shuffle. This has been on my radar for a little while, and I've been wanting to get on my channel. So let me tell you what's so cool about it, because this is a card game. There are just a ton of cards. There's a stack of them here, and they are filled with trees and creatures, because in Forest Shuffle, you are essentially trying to build out this beautiful, like, ecology picture, I'm going to say, because you have a tree in the middle, and you can have animals and critters on top of the tree, below the tree, to the left of the tree, and to the right of the tree. And you are going to be essentially placing these critters and these creatures around all these different trees. And there are a ton of trees in this game too. And everything will score in its own unique way. And I'm not joking, because there is this massive deck of cards. I mean, with this super cutie fox on the back. But this is the deck, and there are 14 pages or 14 cards where alphabetically each creature, critter, animal has its clarification on how it scores and how it works. This is the massive deck. So it's like, oh, I just got a European hare. How do those work? You come here to the European hare, page 4, and then it just tells you exactly what you do, and they give you an example. That's really, really helpful, so you don't have to refer back to the rule book hardly ever. So this is it. These are all the critters and the creatures in here that need some clarification. This stack is then divided after being shuffled into 3 sections, and you will place a Winter is Coming card inside each of those sections. You'll shuffle it in and then stack 1, 2, and 3, one on top of the other. And when the first card's revealed, nothing happens. Second card reveals, nothing happens. Third card, the game is over. So you will end the game immediately when this person draws the card, and then that's it. And really, this system with the cards, with the collections, with the scoring differently, minus the area control, reminds me so much of Ethnos. And Ethnos is a beloved game in my household. We love Ethnos. That kind of set collection is just so rewarding. It feels so good. And the turns are fast, just like in Ethnos. So in Forest Shuffle, what you do is you either draw 2 cards from out here in the display, or from the stack of massive cards, or you just play a card. And then you just check the clearing. And the check the clearing says, are there 10 or more cards? Then you clear it. And then you just pick them all up and put them in the discard pile. That's it. So it's so fast. You just simply say, oh, I'm taking 2 cards for my turn. Done. And you're just done. Done. So fast. Oh, what did I get? Ooh, I got a beautiful birch tree. It has a tag on it. So you do have to have some tags in this game. So it kind of reminds you like of Terraforming Mars. But you've got tags. You've also got victory points. You also have bonuses. So this says that you can play the card down. It doesn't require any payment. So it's 0 cards of payment, but it gives you a card from the top of the deck when you play it. Very, very cool. Birch tree is the best tree. And then the other card I got has this Barbastel bat and this beech marten. So it looks like I would get points for the fully occupied tree. That's again top, bottom, left, and right. And then what you do is whenever you build, so the second action is play a card. So if I already played my birch tree down, then when it comes back around to me, I can do this, slide that beech marten in there, and then I have to pay 1 card from my hand for it. It's going to have this little tag. But it doesn't matter, because that's used for paying for things. And I'm not essentially paying with this card, I'm playing this card. It gives me 1 card to draw from the top of the deck. And if I can put a card underneath, and I can put a card on the side, and I can put a card on top, I'm going to get 5 points at the end of the game. So cool. So that's it. That's what the game is. You're essentially drawing cards, and then you are playing cards. So on your turn, super, super fast. Let me look at the 6 cards I dealt myself. Here's another example of a tree. This tree costs 1 card again from your hand, and you pay it out into the clearing. That's how cards get out in the clearing. It is a horse chestnut, and the more horse chestnuts I grow, the better my victory point payout at the end of the game. If I have 7 or more, I total 49 points. Yep, this is the times itself point scoring, 6 times 6, 7 times 7. Great. Here's another tree I got. I got the linden. I have to pay a card just to play it. And it says I get 1 point for this, or I get 3 points if no other forest has more lindens. So if I have more lindens, each of these trees is worth 3. And again, you have to have a tree to put those critters all the way around on the outside edge. Now, I always go a butterfly strategy, and I never get to that 5th one because it's so hard to get to your 5th unique type of butterfly. But they're free when you play them down, and you just want to get the most of them. This hedgehog has a 1-card payment, and it says here, you'll see that little binoculars. And this is where the tags matter. So when I pay for my hedgehog, I pay with this particular type of card, which I have right in my hand. Let me just say I will play this card that has that tag as my card payment. I will get to do what's listed here, but I don't have to. I can pay any card, but it's just like this kind of synergized bonus. And then at the end of the game, I get 2 acorns per butterfly. So sometimes what they do is they put the thing you want up here and the thing that it scores down here. And so you have to really pick wisely. And sometimes it just kind of clashes with each other on purpose, which I think is really cool. So here's this bird. This is a ghost shack. Costs 2 cards to play, but gives me 3 per bird, including this bird. And you'll see the symbols right there. The symbols right there. Common toad has some really cool things too. You can put 2 in this space instead of just 1, because normally you could just have 1 on the top, side, and bottom. And let's see here, the last card I've got. I got 2. This is a wild boar. He gets 10 points if there's at least 1 squeaker, which is a key word. I don't have a squeaker yet, but that's big points. And then here I've got, again, that kind of tag and the tag. So if I pay with that symbol on another card and pay with that symbol on another card, I would get this bonus, but I can only pick to go on one side or the other. I get to do either the fallow deer or I get to do the European badger. And cards slide really easy under this, and players just keep their cards in their play area in front of them. So again, super fast, super easy. Every single tree scores differently, and there are scads and scads of trees in here. And there are just a ton of animals and creatures and bugs and bats. I mean, there's this lynx on one side and this violet carpenter bee on the other. And they each have their own scoring capabilities. It's just like loads of fun. It's very, very replayable. There's that squeaker. Look at that little cutie. He's only worth 1, but if you play him with the other critter, it gives you a whole bunch of stuff. This costly has a lot of tags. Really, really interesting with all of its payouts. I mean, here's what you do. Ooh, a Douglas fir. Ooh, and a birch. These are really pretty trees. Expensive tree, but if you pay with a blue, and both of your cards have to have blue, you get to go again. Whole another turn. Super, super good payout. 5 victory points all by itself. Douglas firs are amazing. So what you do is, again, you play until you get to your 3rd Winter is Coming card, and then you will score. And the scoring is really easy. You just look and say, let me count up all the victory points for my trees. Everybody just looks at their trees, especially if they're contingent on other players and how many they have. Then you go around the table and you just say, let's score up all the tops and the bottoms of your cards, if you have them, any side-to-side cards that you have the critters on the side, and then you score up your cave. Now, there are some really, really cool cards that say put cards into your cave. Every time you do that, no matter what the card is, you get 1 point per card in your cave. And I think last time I played, I had like 23 cards in my cave. It was big bank. I mean, I really did do quite well with that. But it is just a lot of fun. You play it the first time, and honestly, it's fine. It's easy. You're like, oh, I get this. This is easy. This is intuitive. This makes sense. So you got this tags for bonuses. You have card payments that you have to play to buy other cards, but you really want to buy those cards too. And then people are discarding cards in the clearing that give you the tags you need or the critter that you need that they didn't know you were looking for. So there's this public choice that you can do, or you can just do straight from the top. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I do want to get something. So there's this nice like information or lack of information that's incredibly helpful. And I just think there's so much fun here. And again, it reminds me it's insanely of Ethnos, with the card draws, the fast turn, the playing cards down into sets, and then building up this kind of ecological, nature habitat in front of you with the tree and then all the critters around the four sides of it. Just a lot of fun. I was so shocked. I was so surprised by how much I loved Forest Shuffle. And it is an hour-long game, 2 to 5, so it plays great with 2, scales all the way up to 5, and you essentially play with all the cards in 5 players, and with fewer players, you just take out some cards, so you may or may not see some critters or repeats of some of the cards because you're playing in a fewer player count game. I love it. It's great. You should check it out. It comes in a nice small box, and I think the cards and the artwork, it's just beautiful. It's really just quite beautiful. I mean, I just love it. And everything is there, so clearly organized, so just super obvious. You got pictures for kinds of cards, and then you've got your tags to help you get your bonuses. I couldn't have asked for, a raccoon and a brown bear. I saw that raccoon on the TV recently. He joined a soccer game, I think. They had to capture him with the trash can bin. Poor thing. I felt so bad for him. That little brown bear, you can get a card and a re-go, doing a whole nother turn. Here's another one of those butterflies I was talking about with the pond turtle. Nice pond turtle. Look at that. Look at this. I mean, it just makes so much sense. Flying creatures on the top, ground creatures on the bottom, like your lizards and your fungus. I think there's some mushrooms and stuff in here. You've got bats. I mean, I just love it. I love it. You get blackberries even. It's not just critters. It's like fruits and berries and ferns and stuff. Just lovely, 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 lovely. Again, can't say enough good things about Forest Shuffle. So thank you for joining me in this general overview and just close look at all these cards and what the game offers players and how it works. So if you're a fan of Ethnos or you haven't heard of either of these games, check either or both of them out. Please, please, please. Just dynamite games. All right, folks, I'll see you later. Bye.